Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what crystals are the best crystals you could possibly be wearing. And I'll be talking to you about how to wear the crystals as well. So I've taught about this in the past and I'll teach about this again in the future. This is not a video that you'll expect, but it'll be a video that'll be the most helpful for you. I find that a lot of crystal information online is very inaccurate. It's because most of the people who sell the crystals don't use them for more than a short period of time, depending on the person or where they're from, or I'm not going to say specific sources, but a lot of the people who sell the crystals that you guys see online can't even pronounce most of the crystals. I know that you can't pronounce them because some of them are very tough to describe, but a lot of them don't even know energetically what they do, so they'll just kind of all say that they're the same. I'm not throwing any other crystal information online, but you'll come across everything online literally says peace, calming, clarity, abundance, grounding. It'll just have the same description everywhere online. So it makes it very difficult to find what crystal is meant for you. So how can you go about finding the crystal that's most helpful for you? I'm going to teach you a method that I've taught in other videos as well. So when you go to look for crystals, you get the one you like. The one you like is usually one you need, although it's not the one you need the most. So that's why when people stumble across different crystals, the number one way to tell if a crystal is really for you is if it's like screaming at you, if you're having dreams about it, if you're just going throughout your day and the crystal is screaming at you. It's just like, well, I can't get this crystal out of my mind, and maybe you don't even want the crystal at the time, but it keeps, it'll pop up. So this is how, most importantly, God, your angels will show you that, God and your angels, because they are agents of God, they'll literally show you, for example, a crystal such as sodalite. They'll see sodalite here, sodalite there, sodalite here, sodalite there. It's just like, I'm seeing sodalite everywhere. People will talk about sodalite. You'll see sodalite on TV. You'll see sodalite on your phone. That's one way to tell what crystal is the most helpful for you. So when it comes to finding a crystal, you'll probably see like jade on TV. So you'll just see it keep popping up because that's what's in your subconscious mind. That's what's going to be popping up. That'll be the most absolute helpful to you. Now, when it comes to how you pick a crystal, if you don't see that particular sign, and that's not always the case, because sometimes people will see moldavite everywhere and they take it as a sign to get moldavite when that should be gifted. That crystal is an exception. So it doesn't count with moldavite. It doesn't. When it comes to what crystal will help you the absolute most, it's actually sometimes the one you like the least. This is the interesting part of the video. Now, I would like you guys to, if you're on your phone, wherever, pull up a picture of a rainbow. Rainbow, Roy G. Biv, red, orange, green, Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet, and look at the rainbow and just find the color that you like the absolute most on the rainbow. Find two colors. Take the one that's your favorite color, and that could be blue. Some people will say green, and like, this color is good, this color is nice, I'm attracted to this color. That's a crystal that will mildly, generally help you. Now pick a color that you don't, it'll help you. It'll be what you need because it's kind of what you're craving. It's because it's what you resonate with. But here's a shadow aspect of crystals. Look at that rainbow and find out what color you're like. Just look at the color that you don't want to see on the rainbow. You're like, I don't. What is this color on the rainbow? Like, you just kind of want to shade the color off the rainbow. So look at the rainbow and be like, okay, I don't like the orange, I don't like the red, which is usually people's two favorite least colors on the rainbow. And that's where you begin. That is where you begin. So you look up orange crystals and red crystals, because I'm talking about video. In this video I'll be talking about what will help you the most, what will provide most changes in your life the most. Some people would like love, money, or abundance, and some people are just, it's a different chakra that's unaligned, and that's why they'll get a money or abundance crystal, and that's it's not doing what they want it to do because there's other chakra blockages lower than the chakra. For example, sometimes people will get citrine and the person's ungrounded. The person's just not in a place of, they're too, either they fight or they flight. So when they see an opportunity, they run away from it, or they're a little too eager for the opportunity, for example, or there's no such thing as too eager, but if you're just chasing at it and you're running it away, also law of attraction, certain laws of need and correspondence with you chasing after certain things or it coming to you. So if you get a brown crystal or a black crystal such as smoky quartz, or a red crystal such as garnet, red crystal like garnet would be the most helpful for you because it really helps you have that passion and desire, but it helps you be grounded at the same time. So when you look at a certain color on the rainbow, such as red, such as orange, and you just don't like the color, that's the most helpful crystal for you because that's where your imbalance is at. So another color you should work with, I mean a color, because I'm associating crystals with color. It's not always the case, but the thing is, when you work with certain crystals that are the crystals that you don't want to work with, let's just say this actually applies for this. I taught this before, and this always helps people, but take the crystal you don't like the most. You absolutely cannot stand it, you don't like it, you don't want to be around it, you don't want to see it, maybe it was too much for you. And the birds are literally coming up to my video singing, but maybe the crystal might have been too much for you, the crystal was overwhelming, so you'll take that crystal and you'll work with it until it stops bothering you. So in everyone's case it's different. So if someone can't speak their truth, it might be turquoise, and the turquoise will burn the person like a vampire. Now it could be black tourmaline. If that's the case, it means there's an entity on you. So if you're wearing black tourmaline and it's doing too much and you start feeling not good, it's because it's removing an entity in dark attachments. If you, let's just say you wear amethyst and you start having nightmares and be like, oh, this spirituality is evil. No, it's resolving some kind of subconscious aspect of mental peace not being there in your subconscious mind, and it's removing it. So you'll normally have nightmares before you actually have good dreams about something because it's removing the stuff, it's pulling it out. It's stuff that was sitting there, now it's out. Let's talk about another way to find out what crystal is your favorite crystal. I'm going to use my website as an example because I purify and clean all the crystals on my website. So this is really cool, and I'll teach this as an easier method. I taught something in the past before. So for example, yes, my website, because I clean and purify my crystals on the website and they're real crystals. This won't work on fake crystals online, but go to floridastoneman.com and literally hold your hand over certain pictures. So if you see amethyst, hold your hand over the amethyst. If you feel a large reaction in your hands, it's literally your energy telling you, hey, I kind of need this. This is something that's going to help you a lot. So if you don't feel much, it means it can help you, but generally, in general areas. So and your energy gifts have to be kind of open for this. So for people who don't eat meat, for people who don't, not like beef or pork, because beef or pork will reduce your energy gifts. So just go along certain pictures. So a lot of people, it will be bloodstone, which is really interesting. Bloodstone's wildfire. I just made a video about bloodstone. Check that video out. But hold your hand over the bloodstone, and if you feel your hand start going crazy and like, what's this? What is this? It's like, why is my hand going crazy? Or like you'll have a reaction, you'll have some kind of feeling, etc. Then it means you need bloodstone the absolute most. Now, pay attention to other feelings too, because you'll hold your hand over a carnelian, for example, and just whatever crystal, like it'll start getting warm, buzzing, tingling, and you'll have kind of like it seems like an energetic reaction just by holding your hand over the picture on my website, floridastoneman.com, and you're gonna feel something. This is a one way to tell what crystal is good for you, because when you go, for example, over sometimes African turquoise, what's another crystal? Blue apatite, blue kyanite, and some of them you'll just have a good feeling, you'll feel relieved. You might have had a long day, but you have your hand over the picture and you're like, this crystal is amazing. What is this? It's because that crystal has such a frequency that's gonna help you and align you. What's another way to tell what crystal is the best crystal for you? Now, I'm gonna teach a new method. Okay, here's a new method. This involves your angels. Ask your angels, most importantly, ask God and ask your angels, what crystal is the most helpful for me? What crystal is the absolute most helpful for me? What crystal is going to change my life the most? And you have to really think. Make sure I check my surroundings because, yeah, it's Florida and alligators can pop up and, yeah. Because I look in parking spots before and there's just things that are not supposed to be there that's there, but check out what crystals. I mean, you'll have to check out the crystals in the astral realm because it'll kind of show you, but ask your angels which crystal will be the most helpful crystal for you. What's the best crystal? Be open to it. Oh, here's another way. So they'll put it in your dreams. You'll see it on TV like I talked about at the very beginning of this video. And you ready for a fun technique, guys? Get a pen and a notepad right now and write down, okay, if you have like 10 crystals in mind or feeling about 10 different crystals but you can't decide, pick up a pen and a notepad. Write it down. 111 is amethyst. 222 is rose quartz, especially because 222 is a number of relationships. And you can put 333 garnet because it's growth and abundance. 444 citrine because it's good for finance, or pyrite because it's good for stability of finances. 555, you have a crystal such as malachite because it's very wildfire. So it doesn't have to be along these lines with these numbers. So you can put 111 citrine, 222 blue apatite, 333 jade. Doesn't matter. So you'll make a list, or you could do 1, 2, 3 this crystal. So you'll make a list and ask God to show you, and your beautiful angels to show you what crystal on the list will absolutely help you. So throughout the day, throughout the next day, throughout a couple weeks, you'll just see some numbers over and over, and you're like, I'm seeing a number. Oh, it means to get black tourmaline from floridastonian.com. It means this crystal's gonna help you and change your life. Maybe it's a crystal you didn't even expect. So for example, take 3 crystals you don't think you need, 3 crystals you think you need, and then 4 crystals that you have no idea about but you see pop up, maybe from intuition, and then you'll see the angel number that you meant to see. Now it doesn't mean it changes the aspect for other angel numbers, but it will apply changes to your life because you'll see the angel numbers pop up that are meant for you. Now, what's another way to tell what crystals you need the absolute most is, I'm gonna make multiple videos on this in the future because this is a really good topic, and I'm gonna teach something I haven't taught before. You can actually do crystal cards. Oh, this is gonna be a cool one. So, because this is some really cool information, take cards, or like those little blank cards you find online. You can write on the back of Uno cards. You can write on the back of playing cards. You can write on the back of any kind of cards. So write on top of the card amethyst, peridot, jade, amethyst. Don't do some twice unless you really want to, but rose quartz. So you'll make a deck of like 20 cards of 20 different crystals. So that's actually how you can tell what crystal is the most beneficial for you in that day. So for example, when you get a bunch of crystals from floridastonian.com and you're like, I'm not sure which one to wear today, you'll actually shuffle your cards, which I'm actually thinking about making crystal cards in the future. And people are like, yeah, when? I don't know when, probably a couple of years, but but when you shuffle the cards and you shuffle the cards and you pull the cards and you look at the card and it's like, oh, it's amethyst, I should wear amethyst today. So you'll pull 3 cards. So amethyst is the most important because it popped up first. Then you'll see and I think some crystals you should just wear all the time, like black tourmaline. It's keeping hexes and curses off of you. Don't not wear it. I mean, a lot of crystals you should be wearing all the time, but this is for people who can't wear as many crystals at once. But really think about it. Which crystals are going to help you the absolute most by you not knowing them? So we have to admit, as humans, we don't know everything. So when we do it in these different directions or routes, it actually helps us the most. What's the purpose of working with crystals? It's to purify our vessel and to move closer to God, most importantly. But it's to make new changes in your life. So when you're actually making new changes by doing things that you're not used to doing, or the things that you don't know, such as the random ways to find out what crystals is the best way for you through the cards, through angel numbers, through divination through the cards, through you finding out in dreams, etc. That's how you'll find out what crystal is best for you. So I'll make videos like this in the future. And one thing you can do too is check out FloridaStoneman.com. Put your hand over each picture. I've actually made a video on that in the past, but I just made it simpler in this one by just putting your hand over it. It works. You'll find out which crystal's for you. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. Check out my website, FloridaStoneman.com. Ciao.